How an anesthesiologist made $1.3 million last year. Yeah, you heard this right. Let's look at the numbers here on this episode of Bootstrap MD.
I'm 41 years old, living in New Jersey. I work as a doctor and I make about $1.3 million a year through practicing medicine and other investments.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, this is Dr. Mike Wumeng. Welcome to another episode of Bootstrap MD. Now, what you just heard was an excerpt from a video that I recently came across. And I guess I'm pretty late to the party because this video came about in December of 2019. And in this video was an interview with an anonymous doctor. All you could see was from the neck down. And she's telling you how much she made. And I'll link to the video on the show notes here. The video is called How This 41-Year-Old Doctor Living in New Jersey Spends Her $1.3 million Income. And it's a series that was put together by Glamour of Glamour magazine fame, where they've been interviewing different women in different types of jobs, occupations, how much they're making, and how much they're actually spending. Now, I appreciate her candidness, even though she's anonymous, because she's talking about a subject that not a lot of doctors are really comfortable talking about. And that is, how much salary are they making in a year? Now, I do know a few anesthesiologists, some really good friends of mine, and I know for the most part, anesthesiologists do make quite a bit of money. On average, it's probably, I believe it's late 300s, early 400K a year. And you can make higher for sure. And those are usually ones who are working their butts off. They're taking extra call. They're doing the shifts that nobody wants. And I have seen some who've told me that they've made, 700, 800, maybe approaching $1 million. So it was really interesting that she was telling us that for a 41-year-old doctor, she was making $1.3 million. Now, I'm a big fan of those React video series. You've probably seen them at least once or twice. They've got like adults react, kids react, elders react, and usually it's a situation they'll have like some older folks and they show them like the latest gangster rap video and see how they react to it. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to look at her video, or if you're listening to this, listen to her, what she has to say, and then see what we can get out of it. See what information can we get out of. I've always been fascinated by, people who are making out of the norm and kind of seeing what they're doing. Maybe perhaps reverse engineer the process. So let's go ahead and play more of this video and see what we can find out.
I have about $6 million in savings, $1 million in 401k, $350,000 in a Roth IRA, and $4.6 million in other investment stocks and bonds. After taxes, my take-home is $75,833 a month. $2,600 a month goes to my mortgage, $600 on average on utilities, and $300 on monthly subscriptions. This includes a gym membership and medical subscriptions. That leaves around $72,333 a month to spend. I have no credit card debt and $80,000 in student loans.
Wow. So this woman has been smart. She's been smart in saving, got a lot of money saved. She's been investing well. Doesn't really tell us what her investments are. And after her mortgage, which is $2,600, that's pretty good. I don't know how far that would get you here in California. And not much in terms of paying for ongoing things other than some subscriptions. One of them is a medical type subscription. And her take home is, after taxes and everything, is $72,300 a month. Not bad. Interestingly enough, she says she has $80,000 in medical student loans. So you might be asking the question, if she's so wealthy, why hasn't she been paying it off? Well, she answers that question right away.
I still have about $80,000 in student loans, and the reason I haven't paid it off is because it's at 1.25% interest, and my very intelligent financial planner said, why bother? I make more money investing that than I do having paid it off and not having that money as a lump sum in the investment portfolio.
So again, some savvy financial advice she's received. Her medical student loans are so low, 1.25%, that it makes much more sense to invest in things that are paying her back at a higher rate of return. But I still wasn't getting it. I still wasn't sure why she was making over three times the normal anesthesiologist would make. So I did some research. So, according to salary.com, the typical anesthesiologist salary in the US, the 50% median, is $387,700. According to the website, salary ranges can vary widely depending on many important factors, including education, certifications, additional skills, the number of years you have spent in your profession. So, I believe the typical anesthesiology resident usually graduates about 29 or 30. She's 41 years old. So, over 10 years, she's been a anesthesiologist. Now, she is in New Jersey, so I'm just going to put in other types of, let's say, Trenton, New Jersey. Okay? And that one, when I put that number in, they say the typical median, it does go up to $438,100. But as you see here, the 90th percentile is $549,861. Even change into a city, let's say Newark, New Jersey, and or putting in Elizabeth, New Jersey, doesn't really change the income that much. Maybe a little bit higher. So let's call it 440,000 is what the average anesthesiologist is making. Still, over three times is what she's making compared to, or close to three times what other anesthesiologists are making. So I can figure this out. Why is she making three times the norm? So then she said something in the next segment that led me on a little clue of what might actually be going on.
In order to be where I am today, I went through 12 years of schooling. I have a medically related business, and then the money that I have saved up that have yielded investments are the result of my work.
And there you have it. Did you catch that? She says she has a medically related business. So let's say she is making $400,000 a year in average anesthesiologist salary. So where is that $900,000 coming from? It sounds to me that it's from this, quote, medically related business. So I did some digging, and I can fairly say with some significant certainty that I've identified the doctor in this video. Now, if it's who I believe this person is, she is also a author. She has written lots of different articles as well as a textbook, medical textbook, that is continuing to be used. So she probably is getting some residuals from that. She is a medical correspondent for a pretty popular news network. She has spoken as a media contributor in health for a variety of nationwide well-known TV channels. She is also a speaker, so she probably gets some paid engagements as well. So does that contribute to this $900,000 a year? Probably not. Now, in the video, she also mentions that she is divorced, and if it is who I believe she is, this husband is also a very successful doctor, a successful surgeon. Now, a medically related business that is still helping her pay her and got it to where she is today, it sounds to me they may have some type of business that they either sold for a big chunk of it or they continue to own. Probably unlikely since they are divorced, but that can occur. So a typical type of investments could be a medical clinic, perhaps a surgical center. I know anesthesiologists, a lot of them have been getting into ketamine clinics that do rather well. So those are some possibilities. She also probably came from some money, and she may have been, because she's a high net worth individual, she probably is exposed to type of investments that are maybe high risk but have a high return that are also paying her well. So whatever that is, I'd love to know who her financial advisor is. But just goes to show you that she's an entrepreneur primarily, and her salaried income probably helps funnel and allows her to be exposed to all these different opportunities. So if you are the person, I'm just going to say this right now, if you are the person who was in the video, I would love to interview you. I'm going to reach out to you and hopefully I have this right. Now, for her own privacy and for my own I'm not going to speculate who this person is. I'm not going to acknowledge her name, who this is. But I'm going to reach out and hopefully we can get her as a guest on an upcoming Bootstrap MD podcast episode. So that's what I got, guys. I love to follow people who are successful out there doing it. I know putting out a video like this probably wasn't easy for her, and because it does expose you to a lot of criticism, perhaps jealousy, perhaps that's why she did it anonymously. But again, I commend her for this, and I'd love to see how successful people are, what are they doing, especially for doctors, what are they doing out there so they can help educate us, and with knowledge comes power. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration. I know I was inspired. Thanks you guys for listening, and as always, don't stand still, keep moving forward. If you have not picked up your copy of The Positioned Physician, what have you been waiting for? This promotion isn't going to last. I would love to give you a free copy of my book with a small shipping and handling charge if you are in the United States. It's called The Doctor's Playbook for Entrepreneurship. Earn more, work smart, and love medicine. Again, it is my journey to building a 7-figure business, how I started my business from my laptop. I would love to give you guys a copy of this. All you need to do is go to positionedphysician.com/free book, and we'll send you your own copy right away. Again, as I mentioned, this promotion is going to be ending soon. Get your copy right now. I'd love for you to read this.